Georgia Congressman Buddy Carter. Congressman, thanks for being on the show. The Vice President in your home state today. I understand you were there and are one of the people looking to unseat Ossoff. Tell us more about the Vice President's stop in the Peach State today.
Well, it was great to have him in Georgia. It's always great to have a member of the administration. It was great having Kelly Loeffler, Lee Zeldin, my good friend. And the message was clear. The message is that, the American dream is alive. Hard work is being rewarded here with the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. All of a sudden, people have confidence again. They have a lot of confidence that we have our financial, our future and is secure, that our border is secure, and now our economy is going to be secure. So we're just so happy. No tax on tips, no tax on overtime, decreased tax on seniors, all of the things, securing our border, all of the things that One Big Beautiful Bill delivers was described today. And we just appreciate the Vice President being here with us.
And such a dramatic difference, right, between this president's early term and the last president's full term. Eric Trump, by the way, reacting to his father's latest legal win. He posted total victory in the sham New York Attorney General case. After 5 years of hell, justice prevailed. I feel like this is just the beginning, Congressman. Your reaction?
Yeah, justice has prevailed. I would agree with Eric. It has prevailed, and I'm happy for President Trump. I'm happy for the courts to have the courage to make a decision that I feel like was the right decision. This was obviously political persecution on the part of the New York state government, and now a wrong has been righted. So kudos to the court system for this. It does work.
Well, I'm really curious for your thoughts on the national redistricting battle that's intensifying. Today in California, lawmakers are set to pass a new congressional map that would create 5 winnable seats for Democrats, a direct counter to the newly approved Texas map. But California was already gerrymandered to the hilt. They're actually going to carve out more blue seats when they already had almost 80% of them, even though 40% of voters are Republicans. This doesn't seem fair to me. Congressman?
No, it's not fair, and it's also unconstitutional. Remember, this is apples and oranges here. Texas legislature has every right to redistrict. That is within their constitutional rights. California voters voted to have a redistricting commission that made these decisions, and yet Gavin Newsom and the legislature have superseded that and gone ahead and redistrict themselves. That's exactly what the voters said they didn't want, and yet they're doing it anyway. I hope that the courts will stop this, because this is nothing more than California trying to give illegals and Democrats more wins.
Well, if it doesn't stop, there are other states that have been mentioned, not Georgia that I know of, but Florida and a couple others that could also redistrict just to try and counter what California is now trying to counter that Texas did. It could go on for a while. How do you see it all shaping up in the end?
Well, my hope is that, we'll quit this tit for tat. Again, Texas had every right to do this, and what they did was within their constitutional right. California, on the other hand, they're just obviously playing politics with this, and that's really a shame. Yeah,
they're bending the rules. The president is out on the streets of Washington, D.C. tonight, something you probably would have never seen pretty much every one of the previous presidents in our lifetime doing. He's out there talking to the National Guard troops and federal agents who are assisting local police, and he might very well do a ride-along. That was my understanding. I don't know if that's going to happen. But your thoughts, Congressman, on the federal takeover of security in Washington, D.C., and whether you think it should extend to other major cities across America.
Well, look, I applaud the president for what he's doing in Washington, D.C. He has every right, and it was within his purview to do that. Remember, the D.C. area is under the purview of Congress, so he has every right to do this. I will tell you, I'm in Atlanta right now, and Atlanta's a big city. We got a lot of problems with people on the streets. It's a shame that we don't have the ability to walk down the road without being bothered by people like this. And we need to be helping them. Yes, we need to be offering mental health services. We need to make sure they get the help they need. But at the same time, why can't I walk on the sidewalks that taxpayers' money has paid for? I have to cross the street to avoid people. That, I hope it doesn't come to where the government has to intercede in some of these cities, but unless they get it cleaned up, I'm afraid it may.
Well, I'm still trying to figure out why anyone would protest against having better security and fewer criminals on the streets. We're going to have to save that for another day, though. Congressman Buddy Carter, great to see you. Thanks so much for sharing your thoughts tonight.
Thank you.